evening, everyone. My name is Jessie Miles, and I am the Executive Director at the McKinleyville Chamber of Commerce. And I am so very excited to welcome you all to maybe the first ever multi-chamber virtual mixer that has happened in our North Coast region here. Looks like we have almost 80 people on right now, and I imagine we're going to have a lot more still logging in over the next few minutes as everyone gets home from work and things like that. So first, a few quick housekeeping things for many of you who have probably never used this virtual platform before. During this presentation mode, you all can see and hear me, but I can't see or hear you. So please utilize the chat if you have any questions, anything you want to say, things like that while you're in presentation mode, which is this right here. And you can also, there's a few reactions down on the bottom right that you can do, and I can see everyone's little icons down below, which I believe you can see as well. We have a really exciting evening planned with some, you'll hear from all of the chambers that are hosting. We'll hear from the member service branch managers from numerous of the Coast Central branches and a few other exciting things from Coast Central. To start off, I just wanted to give a quick update from the McKinleyville Chamber. Our fun activity we have going right now is our second annual Scarecrow Showdown contest. So next time you're in McKinleyville, walk or drive up and down Central Avenue and some of the outlying streets, and we have over 20 scarecrows up that the community is voting on. And it's just kind of a fun little activity for the fall that we're glad to have. And then we are gearing up for our Choose Humboldt Shop Local campaign, just to help all of our small local businesses and reminding everyone to think of them first, think local first when they're shopping throughout the holidays. So from here, I am going to have Danielle Pearson come up, and she is going to introduce herself and then go on to introduce our first presentation.
Hello. So on behalf of Coast Central, I'd like to welcome everyone to this very special mixer and an opportunity to safely join together with others in our community. Coast Central has been a proud part of McKinleyville since 1998. We're located on Central Avenue and open 6 days a week, including Saturdays. Our large team of 16 provides a full array of banking services, from deposit accounts and business accounts to real estate and consumer lending, and we even offer complete financial planning services. And now, in celebration of International Credit Union Day, I'd like to introduce our President and CEO, Jim Sessa.
Hello, everyone, and happy International Credit Union Day and Coast Central's unveiling of the 2022 calendars. I appreciate you taking the time today to celebrate the credit union difference and to recognize the contributions that credit unions make every day in the lives of their members and their communities worldwide. Beginning in 1948, credit unions have come together annually on the third Thursday in October to commemorate the credit union's movement in history and achievements. This year, we celebrate 73 years of International Credit Union Day, and the theme chosen, Building Financial Health for a Brighter Tomorrow, speaks to how the COVID-19 pandemic continues to challenge the financial well-being of credit union members around the globe, and how we as credit unions are helping members rebuild their lives financially. The community commitment and positive economic and social change are just some of the ways that credit unions differ from traditional for-profit banks and financial institutions. Credit unions are very different, indeed, both in philosophy and structure. For more than 150 years, credit unions worldwide have proudly collaborated to put people before profits in order to provide access to affordable financial services for all members. Credit unions invest their earnings in helping members meet their financial goals, in addition to lower loan rates and better service. Members experience the difference that comes through our democratic structure, service to members, and social goals that credit unions embody. For example of that service, I will share with you a comment I had received from one of our members last year, demonstrating what our staff does every day. Their initials, SD, wrote, "When our parents passed away, my sister and I inherited their rental business. When COVID struck, some of our tenants were unable to work and therefore unable to pay rent. We suddenly fell into extreme hardship. Not only were we unable to keep our bills up to date, we were lacking money for our mortgage payment. I began to fear I would lose this treasured gift from my parents. When CoCentral became aware of our situation, they immediately set me up for a mortgage deferment. A few months later, I received an update from them. Today, I was contacted by the credit union, and at the end of our conversation, she asked how things were going. And I mentioned, we have a new issue with a tenant who was abandoned by her two roommates while she was out of town for a funeral. And at the same time, she lost her job and was not able to pay her rent once again. That which once again became our own financial burden. Right away, CoCentral offered me another 3-month deferment on my mortgage to help with that lost revenue. Thank you, CoCentral, for helping members get through this difficult time. God bless you. Our credit union opened its doors in 1950 with the vision to serve you, our members. Since then, our goal has always been the same: to meet your financial needs and to provide you with opportunities that enable you and your family to succeed. With your support, CoCentral Credit Union has grown over the years to $2.1 billion in assets and 75,000 members. And we hope to continue to grow within our communities. In the spirit of this International Credit Union Day, let us look beyond our community to recognize credit unions and other financial cooperatives for the important role they play in many distressed urban and rural areas. Many people would not be able to afford to own homes, start a new business, or attend school without the help of their credit unions. No matter where you are in the world, access to financial services is vital. Rich or poor, we all face similar challenges in life. Together, credit unions are helping members overcome those challenges, not only here on the North Coast, but throughout the world. And speaking of a better world tonight, I am asking our members and non-members to reach out to our elected officials in Washington and urge them to oppose any enhanced IRS reporting requirements for financial institutions to fund the Build Back Better Act proposed by President Biden. Every time this proposal changes, it gets worse and demonstrates their lack of financial knowledge. The recent reports of raising the reporting threshold from $600 to $10,000 does little to solve the problem. Even a minimum wage worker can have tens of thousands of dollars in annual cash flows in their account, which the government wants us to report. So please encourage Congress and the administration to seek a better solution for taxpayer compliance. As you know, the credit union supports many nonprofits in the area. And as a board member of Humboldt Botanical Gardens, I just want to announce the online auction at hbgf.org has been extended to October 30th and closes at 6 p.m. So thank you for joining us to celebrate the 73rd anniversary of International Credit Union Day and the unveiling of our 2022 calendars. One member at a time, we are working to build a stronger community, and we look forward to serving you and your family for years to come.
Thank you so much, Jim. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. It's extra special that we were able to have this big event on International Credit Union Day. And I know as a region, we're so lucky to have a credit union that is able to serve all of its members so wonderfully. And as you mentioned, so much support to the nonprofit organization, to the chambers of commerce, and to so many people and organizations that help make our entire community stronger and a place that we all want to live and play and be. So thank you, Jim. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for those comments.
Of course. All right. Well, moving on with our event tonight. Now we are going to hear from all of the chamber directors who are hosting the event with us. So while everyone's getting their mics and cameras on, I was just going to give you a few more housekeeping info about REMO. So once we hear from all of our wonderful chamber directors here, we will be going to our first networking session. And that's really one of the things that makes this platform so fun, is that it's probably the closest thing to an in-person networking event you can do virtually. So once this ends and you go back to the tables, you can click around and go to any table that you see and chat and visit and hang out with the folks that are at that table, and then move around at your free will. Because we have so many participants, there's even 2 floors. So on the left side of your screen, you can move between floor 1 and 2. And there's tables named for the different chambers and credit unions. You can go to specifically talk to representatives from them, or just any of the general ones to just visit and network. So from there, Molly, we'd love to hear from you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Jesse. I am Molly Steele, Executive Director of the Arcata Chamber of Commerce. And thank you again to Coast Central Credit Union. As we all know, they are such an anchor in our community, as Jesse said, just supporting so many nonprofits and organizations. And we are also grateful to them. I'd like to say this year and a half has really shown us how important collaborating as a region has been. And this mixer is just a great example of how all of us chambers work together and how we support each other and how we couldn't do it without each other. So I'm really excited that we're all here tonight. Real quick, just a couple exciting things that the Arcata Chamber has going on. We are rolling out a program to help our members update their Google listings, which we know is really important to be up there on Google Map. So let us know if you need help updating your Google My Business and your Google Map listing, and we'll set you up with a one-on-one or a little small group Zoom, and we'll make that happen. We are also excited about working on a new pipeline from school to work project with Arcata High School coming up in the new year, and we'll have more details on that soon. And the last thing I just want to make sure everybody knows is next Wednesday, October 27th, Arcata Chamber is co-hosting a blood drive with the blood bank in Eureka. And so come on out, October 27th, donate blood. There's a real shortage all over the nation, and there'll be free tacos from 4 to 7 p.m. And we'll be there hanging out with masks in a COVID-safe environment. So please come and support the blood bank in the community. So great to see you all, and I look forward to networking, and I'll pass it back to you, Jesse. Thank you.
Go ahead and hear from Cindy next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cindy Vosberg, Executive Director with the Crescent City Del Norte Chamber of Commerce, and I'm so honored to be here with all of you tonight. Thank you, Coast Central Credit Union, for hosting this wonderful event. This is very exciting and such a new platform for so many of us. So one of the things I'd like to share tonight, and hi, Shane, it's so nice to see you. I see you in the chat. Is that next Friday on the 29th, Crescent City is the very first whistle stop in the U.S. Capitol Christmas Trees tour of the various cities that it will be stopping. So they'll be there in Crescent City with us from 9 a.m. till noon at the Cultural Center, the Chamber office. And we have just about 1,000 school children busing over and doing a tour to see the tree, sign the banner, go through an interactive display that the U.S. Forestry is setting up for us. We have them coming into the Cultural Center in classes and doing some different activities. And then on their way out, doing some trick-or-treating out the back door and back over to their buses. So if any of you are in Crescent City or Del Norte County and want to pop in, the tree will be there, Sugar Bear, from 9 to noon. And come on by. It's going to be a great time. And with that, I would like to thank my board and our ambassadors for being here tonight. And Jesse, I'll pass this on back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. It's really wonderful. It's wonderful to collaborate with everyone, but it's really great to see Crescent City Del Norte here with us tonight too, because we don't normally get to see you.
I know, it's so exciting. Thank you.
So, yay. All right, Donna.
Well, I am super excited. And first of all, I would like to thank Coast Central Credit Union. It's one of our favorite mixes every year and usually our largest. And I'm looking forward to seeing the launch of your new calendar this year. And I just want to thank again Jim and his team for their support, not just of us as chambers, but our business community as a whole. But I'd also like to do a shout out to Jessie. She put a lot of work into this, and on a day that would normally be our chamber mixer, but it falls on or the Eureka chamber mixers, that she's doing the hard lifting. I mean, a bottle of wine's coming your way, Jessie, I can tell you. So thank you so much. I just want to share some exciting things that are happening at Eureka Chamber. I love the partnerships that we do with our chamber. And as Molly said, this last 18 months has shown how well we work together as a group, collaborating on programs like the Choose Humboldt. That will be continuing for us this year, coming into our shopping season, and that's starting now. We've also working with our Elevate program, and Heather Bittner, look at this, is training up our community, our business community, to be able to learn how to improve their digital marketing, e-commerce and online promotions. That's also including setting up stores. And all of this is free, not just to Chamber, Eureka Chamber members, but to our business community. So I invite you all to hunt Heather down during the chat so that she can share with you how you can contact her to be able to get onto this program. So just remember, that's not just Eureka Chamber, and that's our collaboration. It's all of our chambers, whether you're a member or not. Okay, so I'm really excited. We just issued our business and membership magazine. It's 58 solid pages of great information. Many of you I can see on here were on the economic summit today. Thank you, Heather. Economic summit today. And you know how important that's been and what the conversation is being held around that. And in our magazine, we hit on many of the talking points. If you were in Mike McGuire's session today, our magazine hit on all of those key topics. Humboldt State, broadband, Fly Humboldt, where we've got now 4 different airlines, and I'm hearing great rumors that that could be 5 and up to 9 destinations. And the Samoa Peninsula and Harbour District with Nordic Aqua Farms. We've also got articles in there on programs that we've partnered with. Many of you know that the Chamber is a proud member of Chambers for the Innovation of Renewable Energy. That's something that we've been collaborating with for the last 4 years. We understand what the economic boost to communities are by getting behind renewable energy, whether that's the exciting work they're doing up there at Blue Lake Rancheria with their solar projects, or whether it's onshore and offshore solar projects, or what we've partnered with right now, which is Energy Upgrade and Flex Alerts, to teach us how to save money on our electricities, not just in our businesses, but in our homes as well. And I ask you to reach out for Melanie Gleason, and you can learn more on how we can partner and how you can sign up to get alerts for Flex Alerts so we don't lose our electricity, and also energy saving opportunities for your business and your home. I would like to thank our staff that are here with us tonight. Brittany, Brittany, no, she's just my friend, but she feels like a staff person. Susan Gillespie, our office manager that's been with us for a very long time. Melanie Gleason is with us tonight. Heather Bittner, who's the head of our Elevate program. And I'd like to thank our chamber members that have come, and it's exciting to see so many people here tonight to listen to the words of what our credit unions are doing for us and to celebrate, and also to join us in networking to build relationships and improve our businesses. So I'll hand it back to you, Jess.
Thank you so much, Donna, and thank you for hitting on so many of the wonderful things happening in our region right now. It's really an exciting time to be a part of this community. So Renee, we'd love to hear from you and Fortuna now.
Hi, everybody. Renee Lindsay, President and CEO of the Fortuna Chamber. The best part of going last is I can just say ditto to everything that they've all said. So thanks, Jesse. It's great being in alphabetical order. And I also want to touch on what Cindy said. Fortuna is the third stop on the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree route. We are going to have the tree on Saturday, October 30th at the River Lodge from 4 to 6 p.m. We've got some things planned, a food drive, take-home ornament kits. We're going to have a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness, all kinds of good stuff, food truck. Anyway, come on down. I may have convinced Michelle to be Mrs. Claus with her and Rex, so stay tuned for that. But thank you, CC, Coast Central Credit Union, sorry, I like acronyms, for being our hosts tonight. You guys are fantastic for our community, and it's so great that we were all able to. And thank you, Jesse and Colleen, for doing the heavy lifting on this mixer. I'm happy to be here, and I will stop talking now and let it go back to Jesse. Thanks, Jess.
You guys are such a wonderful team to be a part of. I'm proud to be a chamber director with you all. From here, we are going to our first networking session. So go out, say hi to everyone, jump around the tables. During the networking sessions, you'll see some announcements come up, and that is how we are announcing our amazing door prizes we have tonight. If you want to see all the door prizes that are being given away, when we're back at the tables in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little video you can click on, and it'll just take you through a quick loop of the wonderful prizes donated from Coast Central Credit Union, Humboldt Craft Spirits, Recology, Lost Coast Communications, and more. I'm not saying everyone, I'm sorry for those I haven't, but you all have a little spot there. So let's go network. Hello again. You heard my timer going off, trying to keep me on track. Well, I hope you all had a fun little networking session there. I know it always feels like we need more time, but yet we have so many fun things to get to tonight. So there will be another opportunity to network soon. But right now, I am excited to welcome Jackie and Fred Moore from Humboldt Craft Spirits up to present for us. So they should be joining on here. And there we go.
Hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. Who's ready for a drink? I'm Fred. This is Jackie. I have the pleasure of not only working with Jim Sessa and the wonderful folks at Coast Central, but I also have the pleasure of working with my wife at Humboldt Craft Spirits.
That's so sweet.
Tonight, we're going to make you what's one bartender says is the world's most powerful cocktail, my wife's favorite. I don't know how those two things relate, but they do. This is the French 75. And it dates back either 97 years or 157 years, depending upon who you believe. Charles Dickens made a Tom Jim and champagne drink back in 1867 when he came to America. And a champagne cup was essentially at that time just champagne, citrus, sugar, and ice. So if you add Tom Gin or any gin to that, you're approximating a French 75. And the French 75 was first published in 1927 in a little publication in New York, and that was right in the heart of Prohibition. So it has the designation of being the only cocktail in America that debuted when cocktails weren't allowed. So without further ado, I'm going to have Jackie mix you up one or two.
All righty. He's not joking. This really is my favorite cocktail. And we've tried a lot of different cocktails. But I'm starting with two cute little retro antique coupe glasses. And if you're following on with the recipe that you were provided, the first three ingredients of the French 75 go into the shaker. So we're going to start. I'm making this cocktail for two.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to start with our Little River Gin. And we're going to add 3 ounces of Little River Gin into the shaker. And why they say that this is a very powerful cocktail, our gin is 94 proof, so it's pretty strong on its own, but then the very last ingredient you add is champagne, so be careful. You've been warned. The next ingredient is lemon juice. We're going to do 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. And the third ingredient is simple syrup, and this is 1 ounce of simple syrup. So these 3 things get a little shake. This is pretty simple cocktail as well. It's elegant, but it's easy to make. Very, very simple. We're going to give it a shake. I'm going to strain it into my cute little glasses. Fred's going to top them off with, I believe it's 2 ounces of champagne or Prosecco in each glass, or as much as you can fit in there. And that's our little champagne float on the top. And we're going to garnish with a little bit of a lemon twist. You probably can't really see them, but they're absolutely beautiful, simple and elegant.
So from Humboldt Craft Spirits to you, cheers, everybody. Oh, that's delicious. Can't wait to drink more of that. Now I have the privilege and honor of introducing my new friend. A couple of our chamber ambassadors, some of our chamber folks mentioned our U.S. Capitol Christmas tree and sugar bear. Jackie and I are taking our Little River Gin, and the Forest Service was kind enough to cut some fresh sprigs or tips from that tree. We've distilled those tips, and we'll be blending those tips with our redwood or our Little River Gin to create a special sugar bear edition of our Little River Gin that will not only be served in Washington, D.C. during the tree lighting ceremony, but we'll have some for you folks to enjoy here. So now I'm going to introduce my new friend, Jody Massey. She works with Choose Outdoors, and since 1970, Choose Outdoors has been working with the Forest Service in hand selecting the tree that comes from a national forest. And this year they chose, for the first time, Six Rivers National Forest. So our gift to the nation is going to come right out of Six Rivers Forest, and Jody and her team are going to get it there. So without further ado, Jody Massey, the floor is yours.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Merry Christmas. My son, I'm actually in Eureka. I'm really excited to be here. Somehow convinced my parents to travel with my husband and my 5-year-old twins. My 5-year-old, one of my twins decided now is the perfect time to come play and say hello to you all. So I'm actually going to go ahead and let Nancy Henderson speak first, because she's really the one making the magic happen here. So Nancy is our project lead with the Six Rivers National Forest. And I'm going to let her do the first introduction, and I'll jump right back on, and we'll not take too much of your time tonight. So just Nancy, take it away.
Yeah, 3 minutes, I think, max for both of us. But thank you. It's such fun to see faces of people that we've been speaking with for the past, since February, when we announced that the tree would be coming from the Six Rivers National Forest. I also am sitting in Eureka at this moment, watching the rain outside, and this area has become part of my heart. So thank you for all you've done and for your warm welcome. The U.S. Capitol Christmas tree is a project sponsored by the architect of the Capitol in Washington, D.C. And for the past 70 years, the architect of the Capitol has asked the U.S. Forest Service, which is part of Department of Agriculture, to provide a tree for the west lawn of the Capitol. They did try to grow one, and it just died. So every year, a different forest, there are 154 forests in the U.S. Forest Service. Every year, a different forest provides the tree. This year, it is coming from the Six Rivers National Forest. The last time it came from California was 10 years ago. And the next time we can expect to see it come from California, it probably won't be up north. Will be in another 10 or more years. So this is a really amazing experience for this community. And you all have rallied around it. We will be bringing this tree and its 15,000 ornaments made by you and people across the state, as well as 60 companion trees for senior congressional offices, and senior legislative offices, and senior executive offices, so departments of Interior and Agriculture and the Forest Service. And they all get smaller trees also harvested right here on the Six Rivers National Forest. So that's very, very precious and decorated. As you know, California has a whole lot of congressional delegates. We have 53. Most states have a couple. And so although it wasn't practical to give each of the 53 delegates their own private hand-harvested tree, we are giving them a beautiful carved tree carved out of redwood from Eureka. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful pieces of work. And those are going to be permanent gifts to the entire congressional delegation from California. We couldn't do this. We couldn't take this tree out of the forest without your help. And Jody will get into it. We couldn't take it to you, to Crescent City, Fortuna, Eureka, Willow Creek, Ukiah, without your help. And so a huge thank you. I am so looking forward with my team to meeting you over the next couple of weeks. And I'll turn it over to Jody as she tells you all the great things you've done. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. And as Fred and Jackie said, I've had the opportunity to work on this project this is actually my 8th year. It's Christmas 365 days a year for me. And something that I love about this project and the reason why I continue to be excited and still involved after 8 years is opportunities like this. The opportunity to be a part of learning about new parts of the country, to engaging partnerships that really bring this project to life. The U.S. Capitol Christmas Tree Initiative would not happen without partners like many of you on the phone. People like, of course, Fred and Coast Central Credit Union are huge supporters of this project. They mentioned the amazing Humboldt Craft Spirits that we're going to be able to serve and take back with us, a little piece of Sugar Bear back to DC with us. I'm going to take just a quick minute here and I speak really quickly and I'll get to it, but I want to just share a few of the people who have been a part of making this happen locally. In addition to Coast Central Credit Union and Humboldt Craft Spirits, BT Metals, Humboldt State University, College of the Redwoods Foundation, Jane Lucas Community Center, PG&E, Mercer Fraser Company, Humboldt Marketplace, Schaefer's Ace Craft Chocolates, RCRC, Trinity County, Cal Forest, Green Diamond Resource Company, Sierra Pacific Industries, Mendocino Humboldt Redwood Companies, Mendes Supply, the town of Scotia, and we're hoping now that we're approved to do our in-person events that Sun Valley Flower Farms will be able to showcase amazing product out in DC. I also just have to give a very special thanks to all of the chambers and all of the staff. We're very excited to bring the tree to all of your communities, and we so appreciate the opportunity to say thank you tonight, sort of in person, right? We're really looking forward. I do want to do like breaking news due to the weather.
Thank you.
Are going to tune in to the harvest. We are going to shift that to Saturday at noon. So many of you maybe were planning on tuning into the live stream of the virtual ceremony Sunday morning. We've made the call. We're going to shift it up. We want to make sure we get Sugar Bear out safely, and we're gonna harvest on noon Saturday. So as you can imagine, or see the bags under Nancy and my eyes right now, we're trying to move mountains and move magic and get Sugar Bear out safely. And we again just so appreciate the support that all of you, many of you on the phone tonight, and all of your communities have lent to making this significant initiative happen. So thank you for being so welcoming. Thank you for your support, and look forward to seeing you, some of you, over the course of the next week or two. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so wonderful hearing from you, Jody and Nancy. It's fun that you're in Eureka right now. And
I'm very happy to be here.
Oh yeah.
Great. I know as a chamber, we were one of the ornament drop-offs, and it was so exciting to see the beautiful ornaments from preschools and community members and Girl Scout troops and so many people that have contributed, and just how
it is a Christmas tree record. You set a Christmas tree record in terms of the amount of ornaments collected. So thank you for any of you who may still have glitter in your hair or your fingers. Or
yeah. I will say we're at over 15,000 ornaments, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
And that many is, as Jody said, has never been collected before, and it's because of you.
Well, it's wonderful. What a great way to bring the community together in such an uplifting and positive way, which we can certainly use as much of that as possible with the way everything's been over the past year and a half and more. So thank you both so much for being here, and please stay on for the rest of our networking, and so folks can continue to talk with you and hear more about this. And next in our program, we are going to invite several of our member service branch managers from the local Coast Central Credit Union branches up to do a quick introduction and let us know anything going on at their branches if they'd like to. So we can go ahead and start off with you, Laura.
Hi, good evening. I'm Laura Morris. I'm the Ambassador Chair for the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also the branch manager of our Fortuna location. I just wanted to say thank you for everything, and we're really happy to be able to support our local community and our members. The credit union really empowers us to take care of them to the best of our ability. We're proud to serve the Eel River Valley with our drive-through 2 lanes of the MSRs, and happy International Credit Union Day.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie. I am the manager of the Harrison office, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of our members out there. We appreciate each and every one of you. I know that there is quite a few people who are still not wanting to come into our MSBs yet, so name off a few services that we have that could help you stay out of our MSBs, even though we love seeing your smiling faces every day. We have online banking and mobile banking. We have check flash, direct deposit, and 2 drive up. And our team of experts at the Harrison location would love to service all of our any questions or anything we can help them with.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Machado. I'm the manager of Coast Central in Crescent City, California, and I will ditto what Laura said and what Steph said and what Kay is about to say, and just tell you we're really happy to be here. I have a pretty big staff of 14 people, and I think our biggest flex is that most of our people have been here a really long time. So when you walk in our door, you know our people. We know your name. Our supervisor, Amanda's been here 17 years. So very involved in the community, more than willing to do anything to help. Just come on in and see us. I'll give it to you, Kay.
Thank you, Robert. Hi, everyone. My name is Kay Serrata, and I'm the manager of Coast Central's Uniontown Arcata location. It's been our pleasure to serve the downtown Arcata community for the last 12-ish years. We're within walking distance of downtown Arcata, the plaza, and HSU. Our location is very convenient for our business members and the rest of the community with lots of parking. We strive to provide a welcoming atmosphere to meet everyone's financial needs, and our staff has a combined total of 5 years of experience working in credit unions. We're pretty active in our community, and we participate as a team in regular trash pickups. We also volunteer for lots of other community organizations. Maybe you've seen us around town in our blue sweatshirts picking up trash. I want to invite you all to stop in and say hello to myself and my team when you're in the area. We would especially like to invite you to boogie, little dance, on into our office/disco next Friday for a special Halloween fundraiser. We're having a fundraiser for Toys for Tots, excuse me, and are collecting new unwrapped toys or cash donations. We would love to help out with whatever financial questions you have when we see you in here. And we have personal loans available on site as well. So come see us. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. And thank you to the 4 of you and Danielle, who introduced herself at the beginning of the mixer. It's wonderful, like we've mentioned before, just to have such a wonderful partner with Coast Central Credit Union and all the member service branches and everything that you guys are doing for our community. So thanks for help leading those teams. We're going to jump back to the floors for another quick networking session, and then drum roll, it will be time for the 2022 calendar reveal. All right, it is time to have Colleen from Coast Central Credit Union come up, and she is going to talk about the 2022 Coast Central Credit Union calendar.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. First, I want to say thank you for participating, and especially to our 5 chamber directors. You were accustomed to having your own chamber mixer around this time of year, but you jumped at the chance for all of us to come together as a community, Del Norte and Humboldt counties. What a really special event. Thank you so much for agreeing to do that. It's awesome. The process for the Coast Central calendar is a complex one, as you can imagine. I am celebrating almost 4 years with Coast Central this year, and so I have been through that process for a few years now, and it really starts at the beginning of each year. So last January, February timeframe, We have a list of interested local artists. They must be local. They must be Co-Central members is what we hope with those two criteria. But beyond that, whether it's photographs or acrylics or oil or last year's silk painting, we really welcome all different mediums to be part of this. The Co-Central calendar is our annual gift to our members in appreciation for their loyalty throughout the year. And boy, this year has been another challenging one. And so we are excited to reveal this. Back in January, February, our CEO, Jim Sessa, really looked at the list of interested artists, talked it over with Mrs. Sessa, who is also an artist, and took a look at websites, etc., and came to me one morning and said, I think we've decided, and I'm not sure what you're going to think. And I said, well, who is it? And he said the name, and I said, fantastic. And he said, really? Are you sure? It's very different. And I said, exactly. Sometimes different is a good thing. And I think that we're ready for something different. This particular artist has achieved widespread success. She has been wonderful to work with. She is a Co-Central member. She was hanging her art in 2 of our locations today, madly getting it all up before the mixer started. We go through the process once they're selected to then reviewing lots and lots of images. What do we want for August? What do we want for February? What makes sense? Do you need to tweak that one? For example, there's a map of our Tri-County area. And so it was important, if we're going to do that map as one of our images, that every single one of our locations from Weaverville and McKinleyville, et cetera, is represented on that map. So then it gets final approval. We go through various drafts, hard drafts and email drafts, et cetera, before we give a final approval as a group. And, I always ask that the calendar hit our county sometime in September to make sure that we are all set. Yesterday, 5 of us delivered hundreds of calendars or thousands of calendars to our 11 locations so that they can cut open the boxes tomorrow and offer them to all of our members, complimentary, no charge at all, as a thank you, and really to highlight a local artist that we have just really, really appreciated working with. She is just outstanding. So I am really, really honored to announce and to introduce Pen and Pine, Jenna Katzos, as our 2022 calendar artist.
Hello. Thank you so much. I am so honored to be the calendar artist this year. It's been an awesome process, and seeing the calendars, they came out so beautifully. It's been a really great process, and I'm just super honored. So I am going to share my screen and give you all a little glimpse into my art and my process. All right, so quick technical note. On the top right-hand corner, you should see those 4 arrows pointing in all different directions. If you click that, you'll get a full screen view. And then if you want to get out of that full screen view, if you press escape on your keyboard. So my name is Jenna Katzos, and I am a Eureka-based illustrator. I draw under my business name of Pen and Pine. I've lived in Humboldt for 7 years, and I've been drawing for 5 years. I am originally from Massachusetts, and I made my way to Humboldt via Seattle. So a little time on the West Coast before coming down here. And as I've grown my business, I've become particularly known for my whimsical line drawings. I have a line of illustrated products that range from tote bags, like this one that you see, and pins, like this one here with Bigfoot, to prints, cards, mugs, all sorts of stuff. I really love experimenting with what kinds of products I can put my illustrations on. I also have a lot of different kinds of illustrations that I'll be showing you in a minute. But my products are currently carried in 50 shops throughout Humboldt County and over 100 shops nationwide. A lot of my products are Humboldt specific. I really love playing around with how to communicate this place. It's so interesting and unique, and I love creating a sense of place in my illustrations. In the last few years, I've also started doing more public art. This picture, it's looking a little pixelated on here, but it's a massive mural that I painted this last summer. It's on the corner of E and 5th Streets in Eureka, and it's a map of Eureka, as you can see. I painted this during the Eureka Street Art Festival, and it's my largest piece to date. Before this one, I played around with some smaller public art pieces, but this one, as you can see with me for scale, it's big. I'm short, but it's still a really big mural. I also do a lot of commission work for local organizations and businesses. This is one of my maps. This was a project for Arcata Main Street to help them show a vision for the Arcata Plaza. I love helping people represent their ideas in a visual manner and think about how to take a description and turn it into something that people can look at and immediately understand. As you can also see from a lot of these, I love drawing maps. It's something I started playing around with, and the more people see them, the more people want me to draw maps also. So I draw a lot of maps. These are some more examples of illustrations I've done for local organizations and businesses, from the Oyster Festival, their logo and map and all of their publications, to a mug design for Corcoran Global Living, which is a local real estate firm, to a Fortuna postcard to help them welcome people. I love working with local folks and figuring out how to bring their ideas to life through these illustrations. This is just a little glimpse into my workspace and my process. I don't have a super exciting process. I draw. It's kind of straightforward, but I do draw digitally on an iPad and using an Apple Pencil. I have a small studio in my back garden. It is cozy and it is perfect for what I do. And one of the reasons I actually started drawing as opposed to any other media is because I was limited in my space. And so illustration has been something that I have been able to do even though I don't have a ton of room to do it. A quick glimpse at the illustrations that are currently hanging at the 2 Eureka Coast Central locations. I drew a collection of works to celebrate this kind of fall season and the spookiness around it. And so there are about 20 pieces hanging in each of the locations. And these are some of those. So if you're in either of those are Eureka CCCU locations, you can check these out. All right, the calendar. So I really wanted to create a calendar that celebrated the different parts of the year. We have subtle yet still lovely seasons here in Humboldt. We have a lot of weather variation, and there's definitely a different feel to each month. And that's something that I wanted to communicate through this. So the calendar is titled Slow Down, Look Closer. This is the cover. And I'm just going to take you through the months. So January's illustration is focused on taking care of yourself. In January, we often reflect and think about how we want to better ourselves and how we want to set intentions for the year ahead. And so this is focusing on that. February, it's a little bit soggy. We have a lot of banana slugs up in this area. When I first moved here, I was obsessed with banana slugs, and I'm still pretty into them. And so I wanted to focus on some of their awesome traits and little facts about them. I also have a background in education, and that tends to come through a lot in my illustrations. March is Ferns of the Northwest. I love drawing ferns. We have an incredible variety of ferns here. And so this is a sampling of those ferns that we get in those soggy winter, early spring months. April, this is an illustration of common yarrow. and some facts about it. We have a lot of different varieties of yarrow locally as well, and it's a really beautiful and interesting plant. May, so those April showers bring May flowers. Here are some of our wildflowers that we have on the North Coast. This is when the seasons start to change. We start to get a bit of that lovely weather. June is the Trinidad Lighthouse, one of our awesome local landmarks. July is focusing on kind of those outdoor adventures that people love to get out and do here on the North Coast. Playing around with patterns and some of those images of camping and warm summer days. August, here is the Tri-County map. Again, always coming back to maps. But showing some of the awesome sites that we have and attractions for the 3 counties. September, starting to get chilly and move into fall, a little illustration about how to build a campfire. October, this is the California alphabet. So highlighting some of the awesome things about this state. Being from Massachusetts, when I moved to California, I can't even tell you how overwhelmed I was by the size and the diversity in this state. I just couldn't get over it. And so I really love doing illustrations that focus on these different things because they also are an opportunity for me to get to know the state better. And I solicited a lot of advice from folks on social media about what had to be included for the California alphabet. November, celebrating the mighty redwood. When the weather turns cold, I feel like there's something about these conifers that is just so lovely. And rounding out the year with just a fun holiday illustration for December. Here is my contact information if people want to follow me on Instagram. I post a lot about my process and what I'm working on. And this is my website as well, penandpine.com. All right.
Thank you so much, Jenna. It was wonderful. I know you were doing your presentation, so make sure you take a moment to go back through and just read all of the amazing comments about the folks that love your work, that cannot wait, that need your calendar, and just a lot of excitement. So I just let everyone know if anyone has any questions, please put them in the chat and we can pose those to Jenna right now while she's still here with us. I know I cannot wait to get my hands on one of these calendars as well. I always put my Coast Central calendar right on the wall by my door to see, so I can't wait to get that one up in January. Oh, and Colleen just said Jenna has autographed 350 calendars that are available at all of the locations, so I'm sure they will go quickly. So make sure you stop by your local Coast Central branch and grab that soon.
It was quite a feat, let me tell you. Signing your name 300 times.
Practicing being uber famous. Awesome. All right. Well, if you want to stick around for another moment or two, we can make sure no other questions come up. And while we are waiting to see if there's any other questions, I will let everybody know. Ooh, what just happened here? Sorry, my screen just came up odd. We are going to have one more networking session. We're going to announce a few more of the door prizes, both in announcements during the networking, and then at the end, we'll have the last few high value door prizes to give out. So make sure you stick around for the last few minutes. And it looks like I don't see any questions, just a lot more beautiful work, Jenna. Love, love, love it. The mural is wonderful. So once again, thank you for being here, and please stick around so folks can talk to you at the tables for the last few minutes. Who's still with us here? So the multi-chamber mixer is coming to an end. What a wonderful event this was. Thank you to everyone that participated in every way that helped to make it happen. It was a huge team effort. I have 3 quick live door prize announcements that I wanted to make. So one of those is going to be one of these beautiful Coast Central Credit Union. It's literally so heavy. Has a blanket, some coffee, wine, Dick Taylor chocolate, some local honey, and all kinds of good stuff. And the winner of that is Jessica Estes, if I'm pronouncing that properly. So congratulations, Jessica. Our next one, I don't have in front of me. They actually have it at the Eureka Chamber, and that is a beautiful gift basket from Humboldt Craft Spirits. And the winner of that one is Valerie from Keat TV. So thank you, Valerie. I know you're always, I saw you here earlier and lots of input in the chat. Thanks for participating. And then our final fun raffle prize tonight is donated from the Crescent City Del Norte County Chamber. And it's a beautiful redwood tree carved piece of wood. It's really quite lovely. I kind of wished my name was in there for this one. And the winner of that tonight is Amy Fowler. So congratulations to everyone. I'm going to go ahead and leave the tables open for the next 10 minutes or so. So anyone that wants to finish up some conversations, connect with anyone else that's still here. We still have over 50 people here. So please feel free to stay on, connect, chat, make sure you get contact info for anyone that you want to talk to more, and have an absolutely wonderful evening. We'll see you all again sometime soon.